let's say the top 5 songs you've recorded so far, but you haven't released that you think could still be released?
You want the names or just?
Yeah, you can give me names.
Okay, there's one song in top 5. There's one song. Wait, number 5 would probably be Detroit Flow. Like that jump is hard. Like it's like a Detroit beat. All that, and being a DMV artist, just say something different because I did a lot of listening to Detroit music and TJX6 shit like that. So like that's probably 5 because that shit is hard. One day it might drop. There's this other jump for. I'm trying to think. It's called. I think it's a love song because like it's some shit that niggas probably wouldn't. Wait, am I allowed to curse on this jump?
Mm-hmm. You good.
Okay, that was like, hold on.
You good.
Alright, but yeah, because I don't think people really, because the type of music I make, they wouldn't think they'd be to make a song like that. And I think it's actually real life hard. Like, I was like, yo, this joint hard. Another jump would probably be, oh yeah, I did a remix to the Megan Thee Stallion song. Wow, that jump was hard as the hell. But like another DMV rapper did it. Who was it? Sklish or Sklish? Like one of my favorite artists, bro. He did it, and I was like, like when somebody does a beat, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to be a dick rider type shit. So then I won't hop on it or nothing like that. So like after that, I was like, all right, cool. But the remix I did to it was definitely hard as shit. Like my bars was there. Like I was proud of myself for that shit. Number 2 would probably be Killed to Be Killed, because me and my big brother worked on that shit. And that shit, we was in Atlanta, we recorded it. That jump was hard. Like, that shit was hard. Like, that shit was hard. Like, I wish I could play it. Like, man, if y'all could hear some of this shit, man, y'all would be like, this will really get hard as shit. Like, yeah, some of this shit jive. Yeah, it's like that. And then number 1 would probably be Eli What and Eli Who, because it's a sample that Jay-Z's Jigga What Jigga Who, and this song, like I've been sitting on this jump for a minute now, because it's like it's way too hard for me to just drop and then just let it drop and sit. Like that's something I gotta wait. I might have to like send it to somebody else to mix it, because I mix on my own stuff, but that's something professionally I would want to mix it. And like it's like, yeah, that song would put me on the map if I could get it out. Like that's why I'm sitting on like, yeah. So that would be top 5 on these jumps.
Okay. Out of the DMV artists, who do you think has like a big influence on, I don't want to say your sound because I don't want to say like you sound like somebody else, but like like your artistry, like
my artist. Yeah. I could run that down for like you. Probably number 1, a little story because it's funny as shit to me. Probably Shabazz. Like first when I moved back and forth a lot, but when I was out, what was it? Outrage or Savage? I was at Outrage or Savage with my father, right? And If You Need It came out. And when If You Need It came out, I was in high school. What was it? Like, I don't know if I was a freshman or sophomore, but whenever If You Need It came out, it reminded me of being on PG and shit. And it was just like, damn, this shit hard. And like, I love Shabazz type shit. And then me being shit be crazy. Like, I thought, what was it? Probably a Tab, Acid. And like I went through the roots of all the DMV and like how the DMV flow started and all that. Like I realized there was even to and like Shabazz again was one of the first people who really was punching in, punching out type. So like Shabazz would probably be number 1, I would say. Probably has an influence. Like as of right now, because I still listen to it. Like,
okay.
And then Simba, number 2, Free Simba, because like he was one of the first. He realized I wanted, like, I always wanted to be a star since I was little. But Simba, like, seeing him doing it young when I was young, and then also being from Maryland, it was just like, yo, this little nigga going crazy from Moco. Like, yeah, I was really rocking with Simba heavy. Free Simba, bro. I definitely want to get him on the song type shit. Like, if I could get him on a verse, like one day when they see this shit, bro, I need a Simba job. Okay, I need him over the phone. Like, I'll pay for the money on all that shit. Like, I'm a big ass Simba fan. Like, I love Simba type shit. Number 3, God, I think probably Swipey. Swipey, another big one. Like Swipey had like just his whole style. Like he had me wearing bandanas and shit. Like he had the whole bandana like that, and like the colorful. Like he made it cool to wear colors and shit. Like, cause niggas was calling you Bammers and shit for wearing bright ass colors. Swipey was out here wearing bright ass pink, bright ass yellow with a bandana. Be rocking that shit. You know, bro, really too. Cause when I was I used to work like right in the border between Northeast and PG, like the giant right there, Riggs. Like, and I remember coming up, I was like 15, and I seen Romilly go in the chick. This was right after that Swipey died shit. I seen Romilly go right into the chicken spot, right next to my job, and I was trying to get a picture with him. So and like my boss would not let me, but like I was pressed. Like I seen Romilly, like so Swipey Romilly probably 3, just because being young and hearing them 4. Damn, there's so many. Like all I listen to is DMV. Like I'm realized such a like I make the music, but I'm really a fan of this shit. I really grew up on.
If it was like a sound, so if we talking about like New York sound, South sound, we would say Maryland has their own sound because we do. Mm-hmm. Or even like a sound from like LA. Who do you think like, or which region would you like gravitate towards more to just like build a sound if you didn't have one?
Probably if I'm gonna say the DMV because it's easy because I'm from here. I'll probably say probably New York because I was a big before DMV sound really got popular. Like really, I was listening to like a lot of New York artists and like New York shit. Actually, I'm lying. Chicago. I don't know why that is. Yeah, Chicago. Like there's no other place like listening to Chief Keef. You know, like every Chicago artist. Like we was listening to drill before anything. So probably Chicago. I'd probably base
Have you tried to write in like the style of Chicago, or even tried to like dabble with a beat that had that Chicago flow or like the Chicago feel?
I've looked up like G Herbo type beats, Chief Keef type beats, and like listen to the music. Trying to like how can I implement such and such, but like not really hard. I definitely want to because like again like the Detroit flow, like I did that was so. But I think that was easier to me because the shit that they be doing and talking about in Detroit and shit, I really was doing. So like, I can really just do it. I can really hop on a Detroit beat and do that. So, but Chicago, I definitely have to like sit down, like really like, all right, let me get into this and really tap into my artistry type shit.
Okay. So moving forward, because you said you pretty much like you do a song, you just like after a while it's just like you don't want to release it. Moving forward, so let's say starting the next year, what are like some moves you think you like focus on making to make sure that like you're growing as an artist and like you're building your fan base?
Definitely putting it out more. Like I think that's what I just need to do. Just put it out more, put together more tapes, just be more consistent and drive more. I think sometimes like I'm definitely on the social media tip. I'm not as like super active. Also like I had more so of a following and something happened and I had to like restart my job and like I've been trying to regain my followers back, but like it's harder for me to like put out music because I feel like I make good music, so it's like I don't want to put out music and only get like say 20 views, 30 views, like it's gonna throw me left. So it's like I need to just put it out and then just keep putting it out, and then snowball effect, it'll get bigger and bigger. But that's definitely a goal. Definitely what I need to do.
Okay. If you were able to put on like a virtual event, because as of now it just seems like we're not ever gonna be able to go back outside, or to even at least like have a large amount of people in one space to like see any type of art that we do. If you were able to put on a virtual event to give like a good platform, probably like a good 500 people, the chance to hear your art or even see your art, what would that event be?
I'd probably just be in a room, throw a concert, like get the speaker, but just like how Tory Lanez hit the quarantine radio, do something like that, and just rock out with my people. It's probably Roller J, get right, yeah.
All right. If you could rewrite a song for one of your favorite artists, what song would it be?
I can rewrite one of my favorite artists. Man. I don't even know. Like, kid, maybe. That's a hard one. I'm trying to think. That's a good one though. Like, I really like if it was like an art, because I'm trying to think like what is a song that was probably could have been better than a few jumps, and I could have realized made the jump right. I don't even know. Maybe.
Go ahead and come back.
Yeah, we can come back to that one. Like, crazy.
All right, what's that one thing you're a stickler about? So, like, whether it's like in the process of writing a song, or mastering it, or even like doing anything concerning like your artistry, what's that one thing you like? If it's not right, like it's just not, like I'm gonna have to redo it over, or I'm just not doing it at all.
A certain bar, like if I'm recording, and like say like my energy is off, like I'll sit there and do it like 30 times over. Because I'm punching in and punching out bar for bar. So it's like I can say something, and if my punching isn't right, or if I'm a second off, it feels off to me, and I'll just redo it because it'll throw me left the whole time. Like, I definitely trying to think, wasn't like if my sound is off, like when I'm recording, and say it sounds muffled, like it just sounds like I recorded in a bathroom somewhere. Like I can't, like certain, like those little things irk me, and I have to fix them automatically. It's just, yeah.
All right, so if you was a teacher and you had to teach like 10 kids how to be a rapper, what would be your teacher name? Because you can get to pick your name. You ain't gotta go by your last name or your first name. What would be your teacher name, and what would be the first lesson you would teach them?
It just be Mr. Eli.
Okay. All right.
Some chill shit. And the first thing I teach them is fucking invest before you even invest, bro. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, not only is if you really want to do that shit, you gotta invest. Like, at the end of the day, it's a pay-to-play league, and you're gonna have to have bread, at least a little bit. Like, even when you drop like I put together my own studio, so like I don't have to pay for studio time really, unless I go out somewhere type shit. But like, build your own studio and then invest. Trying to think, like that's like my biggest thing, okay. Like, because I feel like a lot of artists don't do that. Like, they just kind of just go rap some shit in a shitty ass drum and then just put it out. Like, people will ask me to be on a feature, and like they'll send it to me, and I be feeling bad because like it's garbage. Like, this shit is ass, but you don't know how to teach them how to do that shit. So like, you don't want to tell them, bro. But yeah, I know that I almost sidetracked, but yeah, definitely invest as a teacher. Just invest, and if you really want to do it, you'll invest.
And all right, so in what point in your artistry did you realize like I need to invest in like my sound, making sure that it sounds the way that I want it to sound, and that I'm able to like drop a single or drop an EP when I want to, or do a video, or like, you know what I'm saying, or I want this person to produce. Like, I don't want to do it this time. I want this person to produce.
Right.
So, what point did you like realize that?
Actually, that was before I even started.
Okay.
Well, I won't say that before I started, because to me, I feel like I've always been an artist. I just always wanted to be a star. Like, I was writing raps. But I think when I knew invest was when I was this was like a few years ago, and like I was watching a lot of videos, and like I'm listening to the people, and I'm like, okay, there's a formula, and like there's like you have to make sure, like when you drop a song, make sure there's a video with the song, make sure that you get it posted on DMB Hood News, DJ DMB Crank, like stuff like that. Just get it out there to all the platforms, and you have to pay for that. And once you learn, all right, all those things will start to get you promoted and things like that. That's when you're like, all right, bet. You have to put some money into this. Like, this isn't just, oh, I'm just gonna blow up off the few Instagram. And some people do, but I know for me, but it doesn't just happen like that. So for me, I know if I want this to work for me, I have to like, all right, make sure that I put out a video with this song. Make sure I have to promote it. Make sure I get somebody to hit up one of these DMV promoters or whoever promotes, and like, hey, can you do it? Like stuff like that's so about like a few years ago, before I even started. Like that was the first thing I was thinking of.
Okay, so what is your rundown sheet? So when you like either about to drop an EP or drop a single, like what's your rundown? So are you like, all right, I got this, I want to drop this on this day, but I want to do promo on this, I want to do promo on that, I want to create a graphic so I can drop this, so I want to do a video. So what's like your rundown sheet for that?
It's like, honestly, my brain works so weirdly. Like, it's all happening at once. So, like, as I'm making the song and I'm hearing the song as I'm recording, I'm like, okay, I can shoot a video for this. Okay, if I say this, all right, cool, this will get the people's attention. All right, bet. Cool, let me make sure when I drop this has to be posted on this page, because this is the target audience. Like, I look at all, like, while I'm making, so all at once, it's sort of like just coming to me as I go, and I don't write anything down, so it's just in my brain, just floating in there constantly. Even with songs that I still have that I probably released at like 5 months old, like I'm still like, this has to be posted here with this, and that's the reason why they haven't dropped, because I haven't done those things, and I'm not doing it because I know exactly what formula I need to do to make sure everything is.
Okay.
That's right.
Well, thank you for being a guest on the show.
Of course.